Here's an example about the 4 special types of angles that we talked about previously. In the drawing below, I want you to identify at least one of each of those 4 types. So identify an acute angle, a right angle, an obtuse angle, and a straight angle. Go ahead, pause the video, and restart it when you're ready to see the solution. Let's start with an acute angle. And let's change our ink color. We'll use green. So for an acute angle, one possibility would be CAD. Here we do need to judge on the picture, and we can see that CAD looks to be less than a right angle. So that would make it an acute angle. For a right angle, remember, you have to look for that right angle box. If the box is not there, or if the problem does not state that an angle is a right angle, you cannot assume that it is. So in this picture, we have angle DAF or FAD. You can write it any way you want. Also, for the acute angles, there are other solutions possible as well. I just chose one. Another possibility that we know is an acute angle is angle DAE. Since DAE is clearly smaller than the right angle DAF. Alright, how about an obtuse angle? Well, we need to make sure that this is larger than a 90-degree angle, but smaller than a straight angle. So the one I see right now is FAC. Or you can write this as angle CAF. And then lastly, let's look at the straight angle. A straight angle, we're looking for that straight line. And we see a straight line that runs through the picture right here. So we're using angle BAE or angle EAB. Okay. Now let's move on to our next postulate. That's postulate 4, the angle addition postulate. This postulate is very similar to our segment addition postulate. There we go. It tells us that we can add angles. So for example, we have angles. Okay. In this picture, we have 3 angles. We have the 2 small ones, angle BAC and angle CAD, and the larger one, angle BAD. The angle addition postulate lets us realize that the measure of angle BAC plus the measure of angle CAD equals the measure of angle BAD. So that's a larger angle that the 2 smaller angles are contained within. So if I gave you an example that said that the measure of angle BAD is 60 degrees, and the measure of angle BAC is 35 degrees, what is the measure of angle CAD? Pause the video for a moment if you need to, and then restart when you're ready. Okay. If our large angle is 60 degrees, and this angle up here is 35 degrees, then CAD must be the difference between 60 and 35. So the measure of angle CAD is 25 degrees. That concludes this video. Our last video that we will look at, we'll talk about congruent angles and an angle bisector. If you need to review this video, please do before you move on to the next one.